Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we are doing an updated April Shop My Stash. I'm actually filming this on April Fool's Day, so if anybody pranks me, I will cry. And yeah, I'm coming at you with a bare face today because I just didn't feel like putting on makeup and I'm trying to get more comfortable just not needing to put on makeup for videos. But yeah, let's talk about the products that I used in March and we're gonna go into my collection and pick out some stuff for April. March was very exciting because I had a lot of new bits to try. But first let's talk about the base products. We had the About Face Cheek Freak Blush Balm in the shade Raunchy. It looks like this. This was just a lovely natural peachy shade. I used this almost with every single look that I did. I did find though that if I powdered my cheeks a little bit too much, like if I just kind of went to town, this kind of picked up on itself and just didn't want to layer right. If there's like a thin layer of powder on my cheeks, it's just fine, but yeah, that's something I've noticed with this one. To be fair, I could just put this on right now and it would probably look really nice, but I'm trying to heal my my skin. I've got a few breakouts going on. This formula is a lot more natural than the blushes that I tend to go for, but it is a nice everyday blush. For my highlighter, I only use this about 3 times, twice even. It's the Lottie London Diamond Bounce highlighter in the shade Frosted. I mean, we can tell that we can tell that I really like this. I mean, I've hit pan in it. It's kind of that squishy, like, Super Shock formula. And it is hyper sparkly and pretty, and I did use this a couple of times, but not as much as I thought I would. I'm half tempted to include it in this next Shop My Stash because I feel like it will work really nicely with the palette I have in mind. But we'll see. But yeah, this is a really nice highlighter. I should have used it more. Now for the eyes. Oh, I'm so excited. I need a fucking haircut. It's so long, man. So the first palette in this rotation is the Glisten Cosmetics Gloomy Gardens palette. My mum bought this for me for my birthday and it's just so fucking pretty. I use this palette so much. Like, a lot of the looks that I did them like when I went out to see Greg's like theatre performance. I did them for nights out and like date nights, and I didn't get a chance to take pictures for Instagram, which is so annoying because those looks were so pretty. But yeah, the main shades that I used were like these greys. Oh, the grey taupe shades are so fucking lovely. These two shades mixed together create the most pretty, like, warm burgundy colour. The greens, of course, the shimmers are so foiled and metallic. I fucking love this palette. Honestly, like, yeah, I had so much fun playing with it. I cannot wait to keep playing with it more, and you know, I just feel like this is a favourite palette of the year. And the other palette that I picked out for March, like, the 2 palettes I had are definitely gonna be in my 2024 favourites video. I'm just saying. I never tried Glisten Cosmetics before. The formula is fucking divine. I will hopefully have a review of it very, very soon. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling, but this palette was so fucking wonderful to use. I just love it. I fucking love it, and I don't really want to put it away. Same with the other palette we have to mention. We have the MBA Cosmetics and BasketCaseBeauty Moonlit Marsh palette. I use this a lot more than Gloomy Gardens, dare I say. Dude, this, again, my first time trying MBA Cosmetics. I won't really harp on this for too long because I did just post my 2 looks plus review with it, but this palette sparked so much inspiration for me. Like, anytime I wanted to do a look, I immediately would go into this one first. I had to like force myself to stop using it. And as much as I loved the Glisten Cosmetics palette, I think because this is a collab palette with my friend and I was doing, you know, the review with it, and this just makes my heart really fucking happy. I love the satins in here, especially Bogland. Like, this is such, like, one of the most used shades in this palette for me. The shimmers in here are just lovely. I love the colour selection. It's so swampy and just whimsical. Fucking whimsical. This is another favourite palette of mine. Like, truly, these 2 palettes I just don't want to put away. I really don't. I want to keep them in for another rotation, but I know that I have other palettes that I need to use. But yeah, I had so much fun with this palette. I really did! Okay, we're moving on to the lip products. The first lip product is one that I'm so happy that I got a lot of use out of, actually. This is the Kaleidos Lip Clay in the shade Mercury Wave, and it's kind of like a grey, purple, like taupey cool tone shade. It is really gorgeous. Like, I used to wear shades like this. I think my first ever colourful lipstick was the MAC Halsey collab, which was a solid, like, slate grey colour. This is a bit more purple than that one, but this gives the same energy as it. It just made me feel like a teenager again when I wore it. But I love using Mercury Wave with these tones from Gloomy Gardens. It just works so perfectly, and I mean, like, it was just a match made in heaven. And I've been really getting into more cooler toned looks, and this is one of like the most solid cool toned lipsticks in my collection. I'm glad they got more love. And a lip combo that was such a powerhouse. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I use these together and also like the gloss separately. So we have the Half Magic Beauty Magic Drip Lip Gloss in Magic Brownie. This is just a sparkly brown, and this is like the kind of lip product I use all the time. I love a brown lip product. It just complements everything. I fucking love it. And I combined it with the Beauty Bay lip liner in the shade Vintage. These lip liners are really good, however, they are a pencil formula, but they are like real firm. I mean, you can get pigment off it, clearly, but like, it's like almost scratchy. Like, they're very waxy, and usually I prefer a really creamy lip liner, but the problem with creamy lip liners is they don't last as long. But with this like formula, because of how dark it is, like it's a deep brown on me, I want it to last properly, and I would do a lip combo that looked like I had Bratz doll lips. Like, I put this like out, like all around the outside, fill in the inside a little bit, and then put this gloss on top, and oh, I looked like Yasmin out of the Bratz dolls. It was brilliant. And yeah, these lip liners from Beauty Bay, if you like a firmer lip liner, they're only £5, I think. Like, it is worth it, and I really like this colour. But yeah, that's my little wrap up of this Shop My Stash, so let's go on into my collection and pick out some products. Hello there, welcome to my collection. We are once again doing this handheld style because my brother still has my tripod. Hopefully this isn't too shaky. But let's go into drawer number 1, and there's a lot of changes you may notice. Also, if you're curious about my pile of shame, that's like sentimental products, some unopened bits, and that's my pile of shame. We don't talk about that. Namely, we have all of these beautiful liquid blushes from Glaminatrix, and we will be using some. But first I want to pick out this blush. It is new to me. This is the Kaleidos, oh, it says on the back right here, it's the Mono Blush in Pale Rose. My friend Andromeda said that this was the closest dupe they could find to the Kaleidos Lo-Fi Rose blush, and it's giving uterus. Look at that. It's giving, it is uterus, isn't it? And it's just an extremely pale rose colour. I don't know if I even call this rose, it's like fucking beige. But it's super pale, and I want to give it a chance. I want to use it. And I quite like this packaging, not gonna lie. It's quite nice, I like the uterus. Now for the Glaminatrix liquid blushes, I am going to pick out, I definitely want to use the shade Gentle, because this is, as you can see, I'm storing them upside down so I can see the shade names. This is like a lovely cooler toned like colour, and I feel like it would pair really nicely with the Kaleidos blush. And I also would really like to use the shade Sunny because it's like a peachier tone. This blush I'm actually going to give to my mum. I don't know why I have kept it in here. Sorry mum, you're getting the shade Poppy. And I do have the shades Lavish and Petal right here, but I don't want to overwhelm myself, so I'm just going to pick out these two. But yeah, we're just gonna pick out these two because I think that's all I'm really gonna need. And then those are the blushes picked out. Now, do I want to pick a highlighter from here? I'm not so sure. Part of me wants to use the Lottie London Diamond Bounce again, but maybe I'll give it a rest. Maybe I just need to like miss it before I go back into it. Now we're sitting on the floor because we're gonna look into the lip product drawer. I have another pile of shame back there, just don't. Now, since we have like a cool toned blush and a warmer toned blush, I want to pick this for the cool toned option, This, I'm not gonna lie, Kaleidos, this whole collection that you did, it's very, phallic and vaginal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but this, if you just saw this without the context of it being a lip product, like, I would think that this is a naughty little toy. I'm so sorry if you watch my videos in the presence of young children. Maybe rethink that decision. But anyways, I picked up this gloss when I picked up the blush. This is the, what are they called? Lip glazes, and this is the shade Free Fall. It's basically a really sparkly, like, greyish silver. I have applied this on my lips, and it is essentially just a clear gloss with, silver sparkle to it, which I'm not mad at. It is really lovely. And I think with cooler toned looks, this would look really lovely, so I'm gonna whip that out. So you can see that the gloss right there, that's Free Fall, and then the lip liner, that's the shade BFF from Colourpop. I mean, it could work together, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave this for now. Maybe I'll come back for it, I'm not too sure. And we are gonna be doing some, like, pastel sort of looks. I do want, like, a warm toned option as well. And I could whip out that lip liner and a gloss to go with it. I kind of want to use, I'm gravitating towards this one. This is an Colourpop lippy stick in the shade Unreal. You can see the sticker is getting vile because it's like kind of off the packaging and it's picking up a lot of cat hair and dust. It's nasty. I really like this lipstick, but it's not really unique in my collection because I have like Kaleidos Adobe right here and I have like my ones from Odin's Eye. This is a really good lipstick, I just want to use it up. Like, I've got... Fuck, that's a lot of product. I'm basically unofficially panning this, so yeah, I think I'm gonna whip this one out. This straw right here is the Shop My Stash straw, and as per, this is the palette that we're always going to be using. This is in a project pan I'm working on, so regardless of what palettes we choose, this is always going to be the, like, accompanying one. But let's go into the eyeshadow palette drawer. Now, the main palette we're going to be using is this one right here. I did do a first impression with it. It's the Glaminatrix Pretty in Pastels palette. This is the palette I'm going to be working on for a 2 looks plus review. I am very excited to dip into this one, especially because in my first impression video I didn't even use any of these like dark mattes, and I feel like, oh, I'm just very excited to play with this. But because I want a bit of variety, and I actually whipped out this palette recently, because I was missing it. This is the Glisten Cosmetics Pilbara palette. This is an oldie but a goodie and another fellow Australian brand. And I feel like I'm close to hitting pan in like those 2 shades right there, and I really want to work on this one. I absolutely love this palette and I want this option for when I don't feel like doing pastels and when I want some neutrals. This is just such a little workhorse in my collection. I love her and I want to use it. And I think those are all the palettes I'm going to be picking for this rotation. I promise, I remember I said this in the, like, when I was doing the March one, that I wanted to use, like, Fun Size 2 and the Sorcerer palette, but I think I'll do that next month. Yeah, that's going to be it for this drawer. Now let's put everything into the Shop My Stash drawer. This is like such a diddy little like rotation. Like, I think because the blushes, like, they're liquid, they're not powder, so they don't take up much space, but like it's so cute and small. Like, look how tiny this rotation is. And yeah, let's move on into the outro, shall we? So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know what's in your April Shop My Stash, and how did your March Shop My Stash go? I've been really enjoying doing these monthly. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's faerie.skye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there pretty much every single day. And if you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Raincloud Candles Co. We're a small queer-owned business based in the UK, and we make handmade candles and wax melts. The link to shop will be down below, along with our social media if you'd like to support us, and we are launching a spring collection this month. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here, and as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!